come across people who I think are very confusing figures. Like, you can't tell whether they have the Spirit of God or not. There are people who naturally are very prophetic, but there are people who, from the time that they were young, they were dreamers. And people like that, you got to be very careful when you trade with them. Because if they go into darkness, for an example, if they are raised in homes that have ancestral altars, or they go into particular churches that are spiritual and they invoke ancestral things, that thing can sit on them. It can confuse you, and you can confuse the expressions that sits on their soul as though it were the Spirit of God in them. I've had people like that met me and then started prophesying. I thought, wow, that's true. But I listened to the things that followed. There's like, this is not biblical, because the soul is very dangerous. The soul can learn and it can mimic the ways of the Spirit. And it's not spirit, it's just all soul, it's all mind, it's all emotion. There's nothing to do with the Spirit. And that's why for dreamers, it's important that there is a distinction between the dreams of your spirit and the dreams of your soul. And that's the judgment in the book of Jeremiah, was the prophets who prophesied out of their soul and not out of the Spirit of God. And that's why any prophetic person must be under the sword, the double-edged sword, which divides the two.